So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel, like this video, and comment as we move through this review. Make sure you share it with all your friends. And if you guys don't tweet with us on the night of the show, make sure you tweet with us on Twitter under the hashtag for Pose. I think it's PoseFX. For Queen Sugar, we do hashtag Queen Sugar. If you're watching Love and Hip Hop, it'll be LHHH, which is about to be Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. You know, always tweet under the appropriate hashtag because there'd be a whole lot of chatter going on. All right, so y'all, let's get into this review. So, it was a sad night, but the episode was chock full of lessons, chock full of resounding messages to us right now. To our community right now, and how the world treated trans men and women back then, and how the world is still treating trans men and women today. So they gave us a bit of statistics showing us how many trans men and women had died within that month alone on the show, okay? And that is still prevalent today. Trans men and women are being killed by, you know, men who men or women who do not want to be outed, okay, or down low men who are messing with trans men and trans women who don't want people to know. You know, they're getting killed by those types of people. They're getting killed by pimps. They're getting killed by people who just hate, who are transphobic, and it has got to stop. You guys know that even with this show, what I find annoying is that people who may not identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, any of that, and feel like they can't find it in their heart to understand why a person should be free to be a person, to be who they are and love who they want. And that should not have anything to do or threaten anything going on with you or cause you to feel any type of way about yourself and what's going on with you. So that's why my support extends towards the community, because all it really is allowing people to be themselves. So this episode was all about the trans community and the deaths that occur and what happens in that process. So unfortunately, we did lose Kandi in this episode. We also got Pray Tell to start to take those pills, because you know he was trying to do this holistic view, and you know was being like the old uncle who didn't trust the medicine. And Blanca was showing great signs of improving. Her T-cell count was coming up. So he finally did, in the end, decide to go ahead and start taking these pills. Now, what I was annoyed about is that, you know, Kandi, we never know why Pray Tell is always getting on Kandi. We find out in the end it's because, you know, Kandi is brave, courageous. She was just, you know, living out loud, wasn't afraid to do what she felt or how she felt, and that was that. And you know, just like a straight person, you know, when there's certain things about you that you wish you could tap into or you could be more out loud about, and you see somebody who is able to do that, either you become jealous, you become bitter, you become envious, or, you know, you latch on to that so that you can learn how to do it. In this case, you know, Pray Tell, he says that he was trying to protect her. Maybe he was a little intimidated by it. But unfortunately, like I said, Kandi had to die for this lesson to really like make a resounding effect, okay? So Kandi, you know, she wants to enter this lip syncing category because she feels like it's gonna be the next big thing. You guys know now, in drag, that is it, okay? Drag is an art form, the makeup, the show, the lip syncing. Now, I don't know that drag is the same as the ballroom scene, and I don't know when the two merged or if they even have merged, but Kandi was trying to invent or introduce the whole lip syncing thing. Pray Tell thought it would cheapen it up, and because of who it was, he really wasn't entertaining it, okay? Find out, you know, Kandi's turning tricks because, you know, Kandi and Lulu, they don't have money. The House of Ferocity, they don't have money. The maid in the motel finds her dead in the closet. So everyone comes together to get this funeral together for Kandi. Now, what we seem to forget is that when families throw their gay and lesbian and bisexual and queer and trans children away, either they're out there alone or they're forced to form a family within their community. And that's what happened here. Kandi was able to form a community or form a family within a bunch of people who have been rejected by their own families. But now, you know, when it gets down to the law and, you know, dying or actual, like, maybe if this was a minor, like actual paperwork, they are not blood. So they don't even know how they're going to get the body. Luckily, the person at the place wherever it's at, he's gay. And so, you know, the nurse uses the example that if you were to marry someone, even though gay marriage is legal or whatever, or maybe it wasn't legal, or, you know, they were together for a long time, if he was to die, you would have no rights to his things. His family would step in with all their doubt and hate and judgment towards him and cast you out, even though that was your lover, your husband that you were with for years. So, you know, I think we kind of forget about that as an issue, as, you know, being like, this happens everywhere. Okay, and you know, your partner dies off, the family has thrown them away. Luckily, Kandi's family did come. We did finally get that last performance from Kandi with the lip syncing, but Kandi was sewing into each person's life. She was that courage, she was that gusto that everyone lacked. She's the gusto that I lack, okay? There was no other like Kandi. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep Kandi around as a ghost, you know, popping up every now and again, because I feel like she's gone too soon. It's the 4th episode. And I'm pretty sure there's like 10, 12 episodes this season, right? So, there wasn't a whole lot. This was kind of a spotlight on Kandi and her influence, and kind of telling that story of trans men and women who do get murdered and they can't go to the police because the police just simply don't care. Or maybe not don't care, but trans men and women are not treated as humans. They just aren't. We're trying to get there, you know, but every once in a while, or every so often, or actually very commonly, we're hearing about trans men and women being killed. So it was very important for them to shine a light on this, and shine a light on taking that medicine when you have that HIV, so that it does not grow into AIDS, or when it does grow into AIDS, you still have options. And, you know, just lovely. So for everyone to get their closure, for the parents to show up and finally consider Kandi her. But, you know, Kandi being dead, I thought this was also an important message for parents. Do not wait until your child is dead for you to finally see them. You know, parents or guardians or people just hold on to this reluctance of who they want you to be. So they refuse to see who you really are. Okay, so it's a lot of messages imposed, and I love it. I love them for it. There's another show coming on HBO, and maybe this is why Issa Rae had Insecure not come back until next year. It looks like it's going to be an all-female sketch comedy show, and I'm totally here for it. You got, is it Quinta B? You got her, you got Issa Rae, you got Angela Bassett, you got all these people popping up in it. I cannot wait to see it. I think it's ALSS, a lady sketch show, something like that. It's gonna be coming on HBO August 2nd. Can't wait to see it. But you guys leave down in the comments what you thought about this week's episode. Was a spotlight on Kandi. I cannot hammer enough home the point of everyone walking this earth, no matter what you identify as or who you love, deserves full rights. Okay, and until we can get there as a country where there are no biasness and there's just none of that, everyone is equal, until we can get there, we're all gonna have a problem. All of us. Whether you are gay, whether you are lesbian, whether you are trans, you should have a problem also. Because love is love is love is love is love is love. Okay? I'm Kemray. This is Kemray Music TV. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I'm rushing because my computer's about to die. I'm tired and I got homework. Summer school started. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!